Sit up. I'll be right back. Okay, Nate. You ready? Okay. Let's get you dressed. All right. I'm going to do my live stream for my recovery fan. Okay, sit back and get you dressed. Okay. I know we're going to get you dressed and you can get on the covers and watch some cartoons while Mommy does the recovery live stream. Okay? I love you. Got it? Okay. Ready? Say, I'm living my best life.
I'm living my best life.
Come on. Oh, there we go. All right, good job. Smells good in here, huh? I'm living my best life. You want to watch? Everything okay? Get your milk and lamb, and I'll cover you up. Oh, you got some right here, bub. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right. So, can you hear me like that? I have you sit inside of a mug. I hope you can. Yeah, I hope you can hear me like that. Okay. So, I was thinking what we could talk about. Oh, yes. So what we could talk about is resentments and forgiveness. And the reason I chose resentments is because you know that having a resentment, carrying those resentments along and letting them fester and just kind of build up is resentment. There's your socks right there. So I was thinking, I know that in life I can. Mm-hmm.
My got stand.
There you go, baby. I know that I can always learn from my situations that happen in my life, even if they're like uncomfortable situations or things that make me feel, uneasy. I know that there's always a time and a moment for me to learn. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to take this opportunity to really learn and make changes and do things that I can do to improve, myself and protect myself, So I was thinking, what we're going to do is talk about resentments. So, and then after we get done talking about that, we'll talk about forgiveness. So, there we go. All right, so I have this book, and it's called Recovery, Freedom from Our Addictions, and it's by Russell Brand. And I absolutely love it, you guys. It works the 12 steps, and it takes you through them in the book, which is so cool. So, like, if you and your sponsor were, like, wanting to do them and you needed an outline, this book will do that for you. So, ooh, I already see something I want to read. Okay, so, okay, are you on your own? Okay, so here we go. So we'll start at, I think, or have you messed up, and don't lie or leave anything out. So this is where you make your inventory and you write down all the things that you've ever done or that you feel negatively about or you feel good about, just like everything that was significant in your life that you feel like you need to share with your sponsors. Okay, so step 4, we made a certain and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. And he says, I avoided step 4 like I owed it money. Fuck that. Fuck it on so many levels. Most obviously, I just cannot be bothered to sit and write out in a stringent and formalized fashion every single bloody thing I can remember that has caused me to be disturbed, to have an emotion, energy, a twitch, a glitch, a cake caught on fire, or my mom laughed so loudly at a party, or a train was late, or I'm too fat. The list goes on, and it still seems like a lot of effort until you remember steps 1, 2, and 3. Step 1 is, I'm fucked. It could improve. I better do what I'm told. So that's steps 1, I'm fucked. Steps 2 is, it could improve. And step 3 is, I better do what I'm told. Plus, how much time have I given over to watching TV or staring out of windows or pursuing pointless relationships or looking at my Twitter mentions? Those hours all add up and are sadly deducted from the overall life total. They are not a break from life. These harmless distractions, they are life. They are life and they are death. If you want me to actually quantify it time-wise, it took me 5 hours to make a personal inventory. I was clean as 5 years based on the first 3 steps and the support of other addicts. The point of this inventory is to assess and understand the many complex interconnecting beliefs that I carry around that underwrite my behaviors, patterns, and habits. It was at this point in my program that I began to plainly recognize that my substance abuse was the symptom of a more profound problem.
Mommy?
Yes.
Can I get a snack?
Yes, you want some cereal?
Yeah.
Okay. I was instructed by a mentor, someone who has worked the steps already, to write down everyone that I knew between the ages of 0 to 5 years old, then 5 to 10, then 10 to 15, and 15 to 20, and so on. Between 5 and 10, there were a smattering of friends, family, and neighbors. Life was simple then. As I grew older, more institutions and individuals came into my life, and do you know what? I had a grudge of some kind against pretty much all of them. Once I had been through my entire life writing down anyone I could remember or any institution or object or indeed concept that I had a resentment against, the next phase began. I divided up an exercise book into 4 columns like this. And the first column is I resent. The second column is because. The third column is this affects my, and my part is the fourth. So I did the same things when I wrote down, and this is so awesome because, like, these things have road rage resentment can really affect your day in the morning. And I'm like, okay, so I got to start my day. I put my feet on the ground. I thank my higher power for waking me up. I'm like, thank you so much. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm happy to have my family. And then I get to work and I'm driving and somebody cuts me off, and that changes my whole day. And if I carry that with me instead of like giving it over and saying, you know what, I forgive that person, even though I don't know him, I'm never going to see him again. I'm grateful I have a car for people to put out in front of me, because you know what, I remember a time when I was just walking. Yeah. Let's go get your cereal. Come on, let's get your cereal. So it's easy to get caught up in being angry and resentful and having our feelings hurt because we're human. I'm human, and a lot of the times I'm seeking, approval or validation from my peers. And I know for me, like, the biggest compliment, move, baby, move. The biggest compliment for me is whenever, a group of peers are supporting me, and that's one of the biggest compliments that I feel like a person can ever have, is when people that are in the same age groups, them, and people that are like in recovery just like I am support me like you guys do, and I really appreciate that. And I have to let it go and let God. Okay, Nate wants some cereal, so we're gonna get him a cereal. Sometimes I get overwhelmed and I get a little, like, I'll get quick to react instead of thinking before I react. And it's so easy to do that because, especially for me, because I'm a hot-tempered person, But I also have to remember that a lot of people that are trying to hurt or harm me are still sick. They're still sick and suffering. Maybe they're struggling with something in their life that I don't even know about. That's usually the case. Here you go, baby. That don't give them see that a lot of people that are mean or hateful to others are usually going through something. And I know that from experience because I've been there. Like, I've been going through a lot lately, with my friend passing and just life. And I know I can be negative sometimes, and I can say things that maybe I could have said it in a kinder way. Maybe I could have just thought about it a different way. So I'm starting to realize that, sometimes that I need to be gentler with people that are new in their recovery, because I want to help people and I don't want to push anyone away, you guys. I don't want to push anyone away from recovery. I don't want any of you guys to not feel like you could talk to me or feel like I'm not here for you because of, me popping an attitude. So I hope you guys can understand that I'm always here to help and I'm always going to support you guys. And I think my connection is bad, so this video is like getting blurry, but I just wanted to talk to you guys about that for a few minutes. I'm going to get off though and try to just have a good night, and I hope you guys have a good one too.